Hey everybody, BarrenDome here, and today we're going to be doing something I've never done before. So this is going to be, from my perspective, a very long project, long as in nonstop a couple hours. But for you, possibly I'm either going to cut the video down, hopefully, because I don't think you want to see at a minimum an hour-and-a-half video, possibly a 3-hour video. So let me explain what I'm going to be doing here. Couple people on 2B2T, which I'm on right now. There's the tab screen. I turn off chat nowadays because it's mainly just bots spewing spam and trying to sell stuff. So chat is pretty much turned off for me unless it's a direct message. You won't even see chat on the screen anymore. Where I lost what I was doing. Oh, okay. So I'm on 2B2T. There are a couple people right now on 2B2T that have what I'm going to be building in a couple seconds. A little bit of history. 2B2T is on Minecraft version 1.12.2, and for maps and map and IDs, there's only the possibility of 32,768 maps. So these are empty maps, and what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be filling up all 32,768 maps. Because I want to make my own map art wall. Basically, I'm going to display every single map ID, all 32,768 on a wall. It's going to be a lot. Well, to do that, though, you have to use 32,768 maps. What I've kind of built here is kind of a whole setup where I can quickly activate the maps and then restore the maps, because hoppers are just too slow on 2B2T. Water streams, hopper minecarts, these things are just way too slow to try to keep up with what I'm about to do. And I'm going to be going fast. I've timed this out that I can do 32,768 maps in about 85 minutes. Someone told me it took them 3 to 4 hours to do this, but I've done 2 dry runs already in single player. TPS is good right now at 16. 219 players. I was hoping there'd be a little bit fewer players online while I'm doing this, because I have possibility that when I start doing this, people are going to know what I'm going to be doing, and that could affect me, because as you're doing the map IDs, if someone jumps in there and activates a map in the middle of it, I'm going to lose that map ID, and I won't know it until months down the line when I start putting these all up in item frames. It's a possibility, but that's something I can deal with on the back end. But I'm hoping to get at least 99% of all the maps complete. So what are we going to do? So I'm going to be activating a bunch of maps. Basically, I've got some macros set up on my computer where I'm going to open up a chest. It's going to automatically pull the maps out. I'm going to close the chest. I'm going to stand here, and then I'm going to activate fast use, and it's going to just go through the maps real quick. And then I'm going to activate another macro which puts all the maps into these 5 chests, and then I'm going to go to here, grab these 4, use them all, put them in these 5 chests, do the same thing here, and I'm going to go down the line. And the reason why I have these 4 tunnels set up, let me explain everything to you. So like I said, there's 32,768 map IDs. Each chest has 4 stacks. So this is 256 maps. After 4, 2, 3, 4, I hit 1,000. So there's the 4 tunnels. Each of the tunnels has 2 sides that are completely mirror of each other. So this entire side is like 4,096 maps, and then this side's 4,096. So 4,096 times 8 is 32,768. I'm already forgetting the number, 768. So the plan is to go through all these. The problem is, right now the maps on 2B2T are not starting at 0. They're at like 22,000 something the last time I checked. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to go through the first 10,000 or so maps. And then I have an area set up above here where I can revert the maps back to 0, because you have to go, you start from 0, you go up to 32,768 maps. Once you hit that limit, then the maps start rolling back. So I have to do another 32,768 maps to get the maps back down to 0. And then I have to start again at 0 and go back up to where I stopped around 22,000. So it's going to be a trip. It's going to be long. From your perspective, hopefully not. For mine, very long. So to do this whole thing, like I said, it's going to take me 85 minutes minimum if I didn't have to do the extra rollback maps. But I have another area upstairs where I don't have this whole area set up. It's just a bunch of shulkers of maps because I'm just going to be rolling them back. The ones I have to roll back don't count towards anything. They're just going to be dumped into a water stream that just goes right into lava. So I'll be using, what is it called? Chest Stealer. First I'll be doing Steel, and then I'll be activating Fast Place up here, and then I'll be activating Fill with the Chest Stealer to fill these in. And it's just going to go boop, 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 right down the line. Like I said, I was hoping to be less players on. It is Wednesday night before Thanksgiving for us in America. I was kind of hoping the rest of the Europeans, Asians, and whatever else, it wouldn't affect them, but it just seems like Americans are just really on tonight. So I'm going to have really no choice. With that, my inventory is clear. I have a couple extra maps here just in case. But might as well just get... What? I'm going to start with... So I have it kind of on my keyboard. J is the steal, K is the fast use, and L is the fill. So right now I have it set to steal. So I'll kind of just like that. Activate fast use, activate that. And that's the plan too. It's just going to drop them on the floor. And there is a map above me, which you're going to be seeing in a second. So that way when I use all these maps, it is actually going to show something. And I kind of figured a Thanos snap was the most appropriate thing to do when you're maxing out all the maps. $22,007. Oh. Yeah, so we're at 22,7 something. Okay, so I turn that off. Set it back to steal. Fast use. And then back to fill. Fill is in F-I-L-L, not P-H-I-L. This is going to be a while. An easy way to set this haul up if you want to keep map IDs. And I definitely want to apologize for all the map artists out there that are going to have to remap all their maps. I'm sorry about that, but this is a project I've been wanting to do forever. I recently just duped a lot of blank maps from the last couple donkey dupes, and I figured, hey, might as well start doing something with all of them. This has literally been like a 6-month project I've been wanting to do. I've had this whole thing set up for a while. And I have a feeling once I do this, it's going to show a bunch of people an easy way to make their own. But there's nothing I can really do about that. But we're in the negatives. Hit negative. Okay, so now I gotta go through some of these. Alright. Let me just do this. Alright, to burn through 32,000 maps, I'm gonna need 19 shulkers of maps. So basically what I'm going to be just doing, I'm going to take this many, and then I'm just going to negative, okay. So they're all being flushed into water, so this should be lower. Yep, see how it's going lower? Yeah, they're just, you can see it down there, they're all falling into some lava. So basically it destroys them. I don't have to worry about the entities doing House of Favor. 200. I lost about a little over hour and a half. I wasn't keeping track. I have to relook at the time. Hour and 20. Yeah, I lost about an hour 20. Having to go back through the negatives. Here, back on the road again. Currently at 2 hours total of doing this. It's 1 a.m. Still no mention of it in the map Discord, which is good. Three. Starting to experience some lag. Not sure. It's not really the server, because the server's got like a 19 TPS right now. I'm wondering if it's because of all the data I'm starting to store here. It's causing the issue. It's too much in one area that I didn't think about. Yeah, that's not my frames taking a hit. It's... maybe it's the server or something. Frames were still like around 90. Yeah, see? So evidently, if you're doing like 30 to 60,000 maps, I guess it fills up the memory in your client. So I actually restarted my entire client. I shut the whole thing down and restarted it. It's working fine now without any issues. In fact, I actually had to restart OBS too because it wasn't recording my audio when I tried to re-record. So if you're gonna do this, I would definitely restart your client at some point. So far, nobody has said anything in the map Discord, which is good. Well, good for me, bad for them. This is the last one of the row. I'm gonna have to go up and do some more that I have stored upstairs. I'm not gonna be at 23. After this, heading upstairs to do the last couple. Doing less than sets. That'll be it. 3-hour mark right now. Alright, I'm gonna head upstairs now. I had added a couple more rows down below. Wouldn't have need to come up here and do this, but whatever. It's no biggie. Concern as far as this, but as soon as this is done, that is it, done. Oh, 45. Whew, that is it. 3 hours. I guess the other person was right. It was take 3 hours if you calculate for the other getting it on the back end. Onwards. Grab all that stuff off. One. Oh yeah. 22.7. That's it. I'm done. I did it. 32,768 maps times 2. One's forward, one's backwards. But they're done. I've mapped every single one of them. So with that done and 3 hours of my life gone, it's now 2 a.m. on on Thanksgiving Day morning. The first part of this project is obviously done. I've got all the maps created as far as I know. Obviously, I'll be going back through when I actually start posting them. And then I can actually see if I see any numbers that I'm missing. But with that, I can always hook up with somebody who also has a map wall that could give me any missing map IDs that I might possibly have. But yeah, that's gonna be the next huge project. Putting it down 32,768 item frames and putting a map in each one of them. And I've got to figure out how to do that most efficiently without driving my computer down to 1 frame per second. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to adequately space out all the maps. But that's for a project for another time. Oh, so with that, guys, thanks for tuning in for my video. You're obviously not going to see the entire 3 hours. I would not want to see 3 hours of me making maps. You're going to see definitely a condensed version. Probably be about 4 minutes condensed. But yeah. So with that, I'm going to head out, get some sleep. You guys take it easy. Thanks again for watching. See ya.